Jash, and welcome back to Jash Reads, the series where we read a book from front to back and discuss each chapter. Now, my plan was to change doing 2 chapters, per times I do these, dramatic readings. But yesterday I was all out of it. I've been having breathing issues. Like the asthma has gotten a little bit worse slightly, so I decided only to keep it down to 1 chapter today. Maybe I'll do 2 chapters next time. God, I do not know. I'll try. But yeah, the book we are reading is... Okay, let's see. Okay, that's how I switch point of view here. The book we're currently reading is Animorphs number 13, The Change by K.A. Applegate. I'm just trying to figure out what I was doing. It's a young adult science fiction series. How do I switch? Okay. Let's make this... Oh yeah, that's... Let's make this slightly higher. Let's see. Interesting things. No, that's too political. Don't want to get into that. I want to keep this a nice, happy tone. So my dad's coming to visit tomorrow, which will be all kinds of fun. I convinced him, to actually come instead of us driving down, because currently our Jeep, it's sort of iffy if it'll break down randomly or not, and it's better for it to break down randomly in town than when we're an hour or 2 away from home. That'll be fun. For Mother's Day, we went to Mother's Day dinner for my mother-in-law. And we went to this good all-you-can-eat place. And the thing is, I chose one of the most disgusting rolls I have ever tried, and I had bought too much of it going, I think I sort of know what it is. It was a salmon skin roll. And I've had like salmon skin and other types of rolls a little bit fried. Now, I like when I eat salmon to have the skin. So I'm like, this will be fine. I know what I'm getting into. I did not. I think the server might have warned me, but I was like, yeah, I got this. I did not got this. That was... God, yeah, Brian was great. He helped me out eating. God. It's all you can eat, and I believe you get charged a little extra for any food you didn't finish. So I was trying my best to eat. Yeah, that was not good. That was not for me. I like salmon skins, but not salmon skin sushi roll. I was so embarrassed. It's just like, nope. Okay, I guess we better start reading the book at some point. Let's just get to this corner here, and then I will get to reading Animorphs. My favorite series of all time, hands down, no questions asked. Okay, there we go there. That'd be a nice place. Okay, yeah, this is a nice place for a little dramatic green, nice background, a big forest. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I was reaching for my phone, like, yeah, that's where I read from. No, I have a lovely Kindle. So today we are reading Animorphs number 13, chapter 3, and it's by K.A. Applegate. Oh. Okay, let me start messing with everything else about me. Like, no, I'm suddenly concerned about this or that. I'm not nervous. Who's nervous? You're nervous. Ha ha! Okay. I spent the day drifting around on the breeze and checking everything I had learned in the last couple of weeks. See, we knew the Yerk Pool was a gigantic underground complex beneath the school. We knew it extended at least as far as the mall. But we had never figured out where all the entrances and exits were. That's what I've been doing with my days. Following people we knew were controllers, watching them come and go. From them, I learned the extent of the Yerk Pool. Maybe I should back up and explain. I know you're probably someone living a nice, normal life. You go to school, hang out with your friends, have dinner with your family, watch a little TV. Normal. And if I told you that maybe your teachers aren't really your teachers anymore, and maybe your friends aren't your friends at all, and maybe even your parents have become something totally different, well, you might think I was nuts. I understand. You wouldn't believe how often I have these dreams that maybe none of it's real. That there is no Yerk invasion. That Yerk slugs are not inside the heads of so many people. That maybe I have my own hands and toes. It all started when Jake, Cassie, Marco, Rachel, and I took a different way home from the mall. In a dark, eerie, abandoned construction site, we saw the spaceship land, and we met the strange, part deer, part scorpion, part humanoid creature called an Andalite. His name was Elfangor. Much later, we found out he was Axe's big brother. He told us about the Yerks, the race of parasitic slugs. The Yerks, who, like some awful galactic disease, are spreading secretly from planet to planet. They steal bodies. They make other controllers. God damn it. They make other controllers into. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense, Jash. What the hell? Are you coming over to check on me, Joa? No, you know, you're getting the no-no thing. Yeah, never mind. You need me to open that? Hang on. Birdie problem. Birdie problem. Here you go. Here you go. Bless you. Yeah. He's trying to get into one of the cages and he accidentally closed himself off. Like a dumbass. Sorry, let me get back. Okay, let's start at the beginning of that paragraph, shall we? They steal bodies. They make other creatures into controllers. absolute slaves. The entire Hork race has been enslaved, as well as the incredibly gross taxons, although they went along voluntarily. They've gotten the Gets and other races too. And now, it's our turn. They are here. The Yeerks are among us, inside the people you least suspect. Cops, teachers, friends, parents, reporters, pastors and priests, your own brothers and sisters. The Andalite Prince Elfangor warned us, and he gave us the weapon, the power to morph, to become any animal we could touch and acquire. There was just one big drawback, see? You can't stay in a morph for more than 2 hours. After that, you stay in morph forever. That's what happened to me. The Yeerks also have a weakness. Every 3 days, they have to return to the Yeerk pool. They drain out of the heads of their host bodies and swim in the sludgy liquid of the pool. There they soak up the Kandrona rays that they must have for nutrition. We've been to the Yeerk pool. It's not a place you want to see. Trust me. Screams that we'd heard in that place will be with me forever. The Yeerk pool was where I lost my humanity. Where I passed the fateful 2-hour time limit. Someday, somehow, we will destroy that place. But first, you have to understand it better. That's what I was doing. That's why I spend my days trying to discover every possible way in and out of it. I was in the air over the mall at just about 2:30 in the afternoon when I spotted the big, bald eagle floating, serene and powerful, on the thermals. The brown body stood out against the clouds, while the white head seemed almost invisible. It was not a place for a baldy. They usually like the shore. I flapped hard to change direction and gained speed toward the eagle. I knew this eagle. "Is that you, Rachel?" I asked. "Sure. Who else would it be? Is this great flying weather or what?" "It's perfect. You up for a little cruise?" "Of course. What's up?" "Well, while you and the others have been off saving the world, I've been busy too." I shot by just beneath Rachel's big eagle wings and swung out past her, then turned and moved in front of her. I was showing off. I'm more agile in the air than a bald eagle is. Although a baldy is quite a bit bigger than me. Kind of like comparing a turkey to a chicken. Hang on, sipping some coffee here. Rachel made a sighing sound in my head. "Tobias, just because you can't come along on every single mission doesn't mean you need to do extra work." "Yeah, well, whatever," I said. "The point is, I've been watching known controllers from the air. I started with Chapman and his wife, and the reporter, and the policewoman we know about. And Tom, of course. Chapman is our assistant principal. He's a very big deal controller. Tom is Jake's brother. He's a controller, too. I followed them and watched them, and now I found 4 separate ways into the Yeerk pool, besides the ones we know that goes through the mall." "Cool. When we know the Yeerk pool entrances, we can start figuring out who more controllers are." Rachel sounded impressed, even though all I'd done was fly around and keep my eyes open. I have a lot of time, I said. I knew I shouldn't say what I was about to say next, but it was out before I could stop myself. So, congratulations, I guess, huh? Packard... Sorry, my screen started to go black. I need to move the controller an inch. Or briefly touch a button, so sorry. Okay, let me start at the beginning of the paragraph again. I want you to get the full scope of this moment, so can't do that with stopping in the middle of a paragraph and continuing like, nothing actually happened. Yeah. Anyways, I have a lot of free time, I said. I knew I shouldn't say what I was about to say next, but it was out before I could stop myself. So, congratulations, I guess, huh? Packard Foundation Outstanding Student. Rachel was silent for a few seconds. Did someone tell you? Oh no, of course not. You saw the letter in my notebook. Just call me Old Hawkeye, I said lightly. Tobias, you know how much I wish you could come. I mean, Cassie will be there, and she's great. But Marco will just be making snide remarks, and Jake will be trying not to laugh. No big deal, I said. The only thing is, don't hide stuff from me because you think it will hurt my feelings, okay? I can't handle you feeling sorry for me. I don't feel sorry for you, Rachel lied. Good, because, how you think about me is sort of important. I winced. It sounded way too sincere. I mean, what was I thinking? Rachel's a human, a real human. I'm a hawk. You think Romeo and Juliet were doomed just from being from families that didn't like each other? Well, you can't get any more doomed than caring for someone who isn't even the same species. Anyway, congratulations, I said as briefly as I could. Now follow me, and I'll give you a little tour of the Yerk pool entrances. On a day like this, I'd follow you anywhere, Rachel said. And that's the end of that chapter. Only minimal mistakes, so that's good. That's very good, minimal mistakes. Now let's see, discussing the chapter. Okay, hang on. I just I think there were a few lines that really stuck out to me. About Tobias intentionally trapping himself, or at least this book hinting at it. Life, family, Cassie, the controllers, the Yerks are among us. So, go, and that's where you might think that there's a Yerk invasion. Yerk pool is. Yeah, so this theory is never confirmed in canon, but it's a theory I believe with every inch of my body, all the way down to my soul, that Tobias intentionally trapped himself because, he had a shitty home life, so, it makes sense that a teenager would do something like go, hey, all I have to do is be a burb and everything okay. You get in that much pain and that much torment, you look for any way out, and teens, you know, impulsive and all that. So the theory is, again, never canonically confirmed, but there are little hints and pieces. And I'm just going to forewarn you that I think I might be looking at the text way too closely. But anyways, when he describes being stuck, you know, as a hawk, he goes, lost humanity. That's, hang on. Yeah, the relevant parts of this paragraph are, the Urk pool was where I lost my humanity. Just, you know, general stuck. But this line is, I think, indicative that the theory is true. Where I passed the faithful 2-hour time limit. He didn't go accidentally or on purpose, where he passed it. Where if it wasn't so vague in the rest of the series, I would have been like, okay, he just passed the 2-hour time limit. But also, it could be purposeful, where I passed it. Like, it was a very purposeful action for him, and he just can't really admit that even to himself. And one of the great things about using first-person point of view is that we lie to ourselves. You know, just to get along through the day, we tell little lies to ourselves. So the fun thing about putting that into first-person point of view is that you just have to know what the character thinks, not what actually is. But then the hard thing about that is you need to be aware, a lot more aware of the world too. But anyways, that's just going off about first-person point of view. And if I don't stop myself, I will start ranting about how it's the most underappreciated point of view. But anyways. And there was a nice little Rachel Tobias moment. It's just really, really cute there. Just gets all happy and warm and fuzzy inside when he sees Rachel.
Okay.
And when he goes, I don't want you to feel, I can't stand if you actually pity me, and he doesn't want her to pity him because, as he said, he really cares what Rachel thinks, so, you know, you don't want he doesn't want the person he loves the most to just go, isn't that a sad situation all the time? Then she's like, no, I don't pity you, and he's like, basically is like, yeah, that's bullshit. Great, random animals are now appearing. Oh, chickens are good. I can deal with chickens. So yeah, let's see, the question for this video. Let me think long and hard. You know, since this book mentioned Romeo and Juliet, what do you think about the story of Romeo and Juliet? you one of the people that like, oh, that's the most romantic things I've ever read, or you like, that is not a romance, that's a tragedy. What the hell is everyone on? And I don't know if there's any comparisons, as I usually just make up these questions on the day. I don't really do any other research. What are the comparisons between Romeo and Juliet and Tobias and Rachel's relationship in Animorphs up to this point? And if you're have to write an essay for like an English class and you're doing Shakespeare, maybe the teacher would accept that as, I don't know, a topic for an essay? I don't know. The craziest thing I did for an essay was I managed to write all about cuss words because I was delving into the etymology of them. But the main thing was I like to amuse myself writing shit and fuck on an essay. Oh yeah, I'm a little child deep down inside. I have all this knowledge. Okay, so now we come to the part of the video where I'm going to talk about the links. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can glance down right now and see all the links down below. If you're watching on Twitch, after I finish this stream, I will put the links down below, so yay! Okay, and just a warning, some of these links are Amazon associate links, and how those works is that if you buy the product via my links, I also get a little percentage of the sales. So you can help support creators you like as well as me, who hopefully you have like fond feelings towards. You know, hopefully. Can always hope. There's a cow appearing. I guess if you make the enclosure here, animals shall appear. Woo! The first link is, of course, to buy your very own copy of Animorphs number 13, The Change by Kay Applegate. Just remember, this dramatic reading is an adaptation. Yeah, I'm reading words from the page, but the inflections, the tones are, you know, you can do a lot with that. So I would highly, highly recommend you read not only Animorphs 13, but also all the other books in the series. Because they are one of the, you know, series that holds up as an adult as well as a kid. Like, trust me, when I read it as a kid, I did not realize how really dark and grim the series was. So, but I can promise it does hold up. Just as an adult, you sort of notice different things, and I know it's sort of hard to explain if you know, haven't encountered that yourself. Okay, and as you're all purchasing that book, the next link is to my Twitter account. And I'm gonna have to double check that the link to Twitter still works, because they're trying to move it over to like the X URL. Okay, afraid for a moment that won't actually fit. Yeah. But yeah, you can talk to me about Animorphs 24/7. Just give me all the Animorphs, you know, topics. and discussions. Just remember, while I have a no major spoilers rule for this series, outside of this series, I don't have that rule. So, if you want to talk about Animorphs to me, just tell me, what part of the series you're at, what you don't want to be spoiled, so I know how to word answers. Oh, I'll just weird. At one angle, it's like that can't possibly work, but oh well. And hang on. Sorry, I was trying to get over to get my coffee, and I nearly flung the controller just into the wall. That would have been great. Okay. Where's next link? Is to my Patreon. So folks, if you've been watching me and you're like, oh shit, this person really has a lot of great stuff, I wonder how to support them. Well, one of the ways to do that is my Patreon. And that helps support not only these dramatic readings, but all my other streams, every odd thing I'm doing on my blog, and of course, the books I'm writing, which I will get to in a moment. So it helps support all of that, so, check it out. Hopefully you won't be disappointed. Hopefully. And finally, the final link is to my original book series. It's a grimdark superhero reverse harem series, and it's called Kafka's Men. So it follows Kafka and her two men. The second, yeah, I guess that would be a major spoiler. To me, it's like crystal clear, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's because everyone else doesn't have the fucking outline and hasn't been thinking about this for a few years. But yeah, it's a reverse harem, so obviously there's going to be more than one man in the harem, or else it wouldn't exactly be a harem. And I have currently finished writing the 7th book, and all I need now to do is to edit it, get it all pretty for release, and then publish it on Amazon. And if you are on my Patreon, you will be able to read the first chapter for free. That's what I've always liked to do. It's like you're helping support me, help paying for things, so here's the first chapter. Right? Hopefully editing the second chapter is going to cause me too much problems. It was one of those chapters, where the characters are like, I don't care what you were planning to do, we're doing this now. It's like, aw, shit. But it's sort of a fun, challenging thing to try to keep everyone on track while dealing with, utter chaos. Okay. So that is all of the chapter, the discussion, and the links. Let's focus on building. Let's build all this roof. I think we can do that in just a minute or two, hopefully. So tomorrow we can actually work on the plant life. This is going to be an aviary. A little plant, nice little walking space between things, birds, Avery. And I don't have a second Jash Read stream planned for today, so yeah, it'll be like probably a week or two before I can continue this. Oh, and because I now don't do, nightly Minecraft streams, like, I didn't realize it was the 15-year anniversary, and there's free shit. So, that's cool. I'm sort of wondering if I make a copy of the world, that I'm doing Shorehams Grove on, and I switch one to, creative mode, if the other world would be affected. Because that would really help building. Because I think that's what sort of brought everything to a standstill. Actually, I'm going to have to stop. So. How about we get to up here, and then we stop. Yeah, I like to have, Minecraft, building stuff. Keep, help bring in interested viewers. But at the same time, I don't want to make this... I want it to be evenly split a little bit between, Animorphs content and just building, talking. So, yeah. Just go up to there. I want it done now. Woo! Let's see, and then the thing is also, the longer I go on, the less I have to really talk about, and the longer pauses I have. So, yeah. Let's see, interesting topics. Actually, fuck it. Actually, no. It's Donald Trump's, hush money trial he's always falling asleep in. And it's sort of amusing seeing people try to defend that when they're all about, family values. It's like, yeah. It's just, I love my country, but sometimes, Jesus fucking Christ, Let's take a little shot here. Let's take a little shot of those things. Phantoms. Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to go down so hard. Oh. Okay, let's take one more shot. Cal, you want to get in there? Okay. You want to be the star? But anyways, that will be it for this episode of Jash Reads. And hopefully if next week isn't too busy, I can get shit done and yeah, get more Jash Reads out, more Disco Elysium, more content. Yay! My life is a capitalistic nightmare. No! So, until next time, stay safe, don't do anything too stupid, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.